Hello everyone, I hope everybody is fine. We are all locked down due to the COVID-19 crisis. I hope everybody is staying safe and sound in their homes. We are all away from our school, but we know that we have to go ahead with our studies. We have to move with the portions. And our technology is very much advanced that we can use the modern techniques to take class virtually. And I'm coming up with this initiative to go ahead with the portions. And we have already finished 2 chapters in geography. The first one is resources and development. Second one is agriculture. And the next lesson we are going to deal with is minerals and energy resources. As the very name of this lesson suggests, this lesson is clearly divided into two: minerals and energy resources. So in this short lecture, I would like to take a small session on minerals and the mode of occurrence of minerals and the various classification of minerals. Now, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word mineral? It might be a metal, it might be a rock, some quarry, mining, or it can be even a bottle of mineral water. But is minerals limited to these things alone? We cannot say that, because from the very old age we have been using minerals. We have studied in the smaller classes about Iron Age, Copper Age, etc., etc., and it says that minerals have been used from the very old days itself. And now let's see how minerals are used today. See, it can be used in automobiles, bicycle, cars, CDs, cosmetics, electronics, mobiles, solar panels, stationary materials, watch, wind turbine, etc. Thus we can say that minerals have become an indispensable part of our life. Now let us think, what is a mineral? Let's understand the definition of a mineral with the help of an example, that is a diamond. Now, geologists define mineral as a homogeneous, naturally occurring substance with a definable internal structure. Now, with the help of this diamond, we can see that the diamond which we get in different parts of the world consists of only carbon compounds. There is no change in it. Thus, we can say that minerals of the same kind are homogeneous in nature. The next point that we can understand is it is a naturally occurring substance. The purest diamonds are naturally occurred in nature. And the third point is definable internal structure. The diamond have a certain pattern which defines its internal structure. So we can say that mineral is a homogeneous, naturally occurring substance with a definable internal structure. Mode of occurrence of minerals. Minerals are usually found in ore. Now, what's an ore? Ore is an accumulation of any mineral mixed with other elements. So it can be called a compound or a group of elements coming together. It can be found in a rock, etc. Okay. Now first let's see in igneous and metamorphic rocks. Now these are formed, first of all, igneous rocks are formed through the volcanic activity, and metamorphic rocks are formed due to the pressure and heat inside the earth. So these rocks are usually found near the cracks, crevices, faults or joints of the earth. The next one is the minerals are found in the sedimentary rocks. It occurs in beds or layers of the sedimentary rocks. The next type of minerals are formed due to the removal of soluble constituents from the minerals. So usually this is occurring due to the rain and rivers which decomposes the surface rocks. Thus different types of minerals are formed due to this also. Next one is due to the alluvial deposits. Usually alluvial deposits are found near the riverbeds and in the bases of hills. Next we can see that The ocean waters contain the vast quantities of minerals. The ocean floors and ocean beds also contain large quantities of minerals. Now these are the areas in which the minerals are occurred: sedimentary, igneous, metamorphic, and due to the decomposition of surface rocks, and it is formed by the alluvial deposits and ocean waters, or in the ocean bed we will find large quantities of minerals. Now let's go to the classification of minerals. Minerals are broadly classified into metallic, non-metallic, and energy minerals. Metallic minerals are further divided into ferrous, non-ferrous, and precious metals. So first of all, let's see what is ferrous minerals. Ferrous, or it contains iron. Those minerals which contain iron are known as ferrous minerals. Now we can easily understand what is non-ferrous. Those minerals which does not contain iron, or there is no contents of iron in that mineral, it is called non-ferrous. Examples like copper, lead, tin, bauxite, etc. And the third category is precious metals like gold, silver, platinum. The next category is non-metallic minerals. These are not metallic, these are non-metallic. The presence of metals is not there. Examples are mica, salt, potash, sulfur, granite, limestone, marble, sandstone, etc. And there is one more category called energy minerals, which we will discuss in the next chapter, like in the upcoming chapters, like coal, petroleum, natural gas. So that's it for today. Thank you, and keep watching for the upcoming lessons. Bye.